So, similar age, 30 and 29, identical height, what perfect matching. And look at that, both men boasting perfect records as well. You can't get better matchmaking here at BAMMA 23. Let's go to Buddy Johnson to announce this one. We're all waiting for it.
Fight fans, get ready for 3 5-minute rounds in BAMMA's catchweight division at 80 kilograms. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, an MMA fighter standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing at 175.8 pounds. A flawless record of 7 wins, 0 losses, and 0 draws, with 4 of those wins by TKO. Representing Team Titan from Tottenham, England, Super Bill Beaumont. And his opponent, fighting in the red corner, a freestyle fighter standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing at 177.4 pounds. Also a flawless record of 4 wins with no losses and no draws, with 2 of those wins by TKO. Representing ASW Manchester from Wakefield, England, by way of Poland, Marcin "Mad Boy" Prostko. When the action begins, the referee in charge, Mark Goddard.
So both men, huge support here tonight, and we really feel this is one on the card you don't want to miss. Potential for real fireworks in this one.
And as a referee in charge, Mark Goddard calls these two to the center. It's on.
And Prostko immediately kicks, and it's immediately replied, and the right hand just misses.
And Beaumont staying away from those really dangerous early beginnings that we often see in a Marcin Prostko fight. Possible offsides blow there from the Polish fighter. Going to get a warning and sent over to the neutral corner. Bill Beaumont nods. Doesn't seem too bad, Malcolm.
No, yes, it's straight into the groin. It's always a potential for that with these sort of kicks. I don't think it was intentional, but it was into the groin area, so he'll be given time to recover, Beaumont.
And Bill Beaumont has up to 5 minutes to recover, but is okay now. No touch of gloves there. Marcin offered it to him, and as we said at the weigh-ins yesterday, it was as intense as it gets. The most intense stare-down, in my opinion, of the entire card.
Prostko with the left leg there and looking for the big right hand, but takes one in return, and listen to Beaumont's crowd as timing was superb there.
Beaumont with the leg drag, passing immediately, then gable grip, reverse body lock, putting the Polishman down to the mat. Cage walking back up. Marcin Prostko did very well there. And now he's looking for that front headlock position. Beaumont now defending and hand fighting. And the Polishman jumps guard.
Looking to drop here, Chris, and what a turnaround in such early stages of this bout.
And Prostko went for it. A gutsy move. But Beaumont, just a tenacious, hard worker. Not many guys outwork that dude on the wrestling mat at Team Titan, I'm telling you. He gives plenty of fighters, plenty of heavyweights fits on the ground. But Prostko again looking for that choke.
You said it was a risk when he jumped guard like that and pulled him down and he popped out, but he's right back in there again.
Gonna be tough to finish up against the cage and trying to stuff Bill's head. Bill just hold on and defend, hand fight, and he's back out.
2 nasty elbows there from Bill Beaumont as well on the ground.
And clamping on with those arms like a vice is the Team Titan fighter. Super Bill is in the house and going for it here, Malcolm, and then the knee.
Prostko breathing heavily now, Chris, really showing that he's tired here.
And he's a quick starter, but he gets clipped with the right cross. And the right hand lands again for the Team Titan fighter. Marcin Prostko, mouth wide open, Malcolm.
Looking to swing, but gets caught. That one rocked him. You could see there.
Left hook to a right cross, a 3-2 combination. Prostko falls in desperation, looking for the takedown.
Chris, I get a feeling this isn't going out of the first round.
And Bill riding him as a good wrestler should, opting to possibly go double unders here. He's got that crab ride on the back leg. Very nice control from Bill Beaumont.
Chris, with his success, would almost be tempted to bring him back upright. He had him rock to
And
the
he's
core.
smashing those right hands home. Possibly trying to open up his back for a choke attempt, but he's gonna play MMA fighter and not pure submission artist and punch his way in.
Yes, Prostko under all sorts of pressure now. Tired rapidly and caught that big left that set all this up.
Ooh, and then the elbow. Prostko doing a good job of covering up here, but he's got to work to improve that position. Referee in charge, Mark Goddard, watching very closely, Malcolm.
That's right. Beaumont in total control now.
And I like how he's not rushing this here. He's not gonna punch himself out. He's picking his shots and landing a little flurry after flurry. Marcin looking up. He wants to stand up here, but Goddard ain't gonna give it to him.
No, Beaumont really, as you said, and he's having to take Beaumont's weight. He's cut, he's hurt, now he's looking to fight back, but misses. It's a wild punch.
And back on their feet, 60 seconds to go here.
Big knee from Beaumont in that exchange. Marcin bleeding now.
Oh, and Beaumont clips him again. A wild left from Marcin, leaves him open for the right cross. Cheeky right elbow for Bill Beaumont.
Everything right from Beaumont at the moment.
And Prostko still breathing very heavily as Beaumont goes to the body.
Well, I didn't think he'd go out the first round. There's every possibility it will now, but how much will Marcin, the mad boy Prostko, be able to recover?
Nice. Going to the body. Bill just grins. Prostko with a very good kick there.
And the head as well, and the right eye is bleeding from Bill Beaumont as well. Both men bloodied now.
Bill's got to be careful. He's got to get those hands up. A guy like Marcin is dangerous with every single punch. And Marcin with a great level change.
Elbow to the back, to the side of the head of Marcin Prostko.
And a warning from Goddard to keep it legal. And the bell for the end of the round, Malcolm.
Well, I feel by the end of the round that Beaumont had really tamed the beast there.
The fatigue definitely started to set in, and some extraordinary movement from Bill Beaumont there throughout that round, Malcolm.
And it's that left hand, Chris. That's the start of everything in this round.
I was going to say, you can see the way he countered off, covering to that left hook. Get another angle here on that one. Bang! That was certainly the best shot, snapping Marcin's head backwards, and then the right cross. The right cross was probably, in number, the greatest, most significant strike he was able to land, but the left hook set that up.
That's right, and from there, Marcin was in defensive mode. As you said, still very dangerous, but really under pressure. But both men showing battle fatigue. The nose of Marcin, the right eye of Bill. But when you look at their body language, Bill Beaumont looks so much calmer at the moment. So much, for want of a better term, the happier of the two men in that cage.
Well, he's been able to stress the defensive systems of the Polish fighter very nicely, but it's been an ambitious fight from both men. They're both looking to finish at all times, Malcolm.
Well, as you said, Beaumont has to be careful. A good spin kick from Marcin there, and then looks for the high kick, which Beaumont just steps away from, but he's happy to go in and engage with a heavy, heavy hitter.
Yeah, he was going 360 on that, turning back kick, then went for a round kick off that.
Beaumont, nice head movement.
And Beaumont, again, I think looking to land another right cross. That's been certainly at least 5 or 6 times a very punishing shot in this fight, Malcolm.
And Marcin goes for the takedown, gets it. He had his fish mouth there. His mouth was wide open, it was gaping, and he goes for the takedown.
And Bill's sitting here against the cage. He's going to time his escape. He's going to get a warning again on that strike for a 12-6. And Marcin now turns in.
Looks for the big knee. Most of the knee was taken on the leg of Beaumont. As you said, Chris, he's still very, very dangerous.
Looking to possibly use the 100%er there to control Bill. Now Bill driving into him, finishes that takedown. Marcin now reversing the position and on his back against the fence.
Looks to his corner for help and advice.
Locking up full guard, looking for that guillotine. but that's going to be very tough to finish. If he turns away from the cage, he might have a better angle on it. Tough to see how good that is underneath the chin. I don't think it's deep enough.
Well, Chris, as you said that, he pops out, but also it's his third attempt, and this one was a fatigued attempt.
Yeah, and Bill did a great job of preemptively hand fighting there, showing excellent positional awareness. And Bill, again, controlling him from the back. Gonna try to jump on, but a little high. And Marcin surging backwards. Now on the offensive in that front headlock position, but now dropping and changing levels to take Bill to the mat. Turns away from the fence. Excellent takedown.
Superb transitions, Chris. One way and then the other. Marcin, to his credit, has come right back into this second round.
Just shows you the condition that this guy's in. I mean, he took some huge shots in round number 1, but at the moment has really turned the corner. Now again, halfway through this bout, you gotta ask yourself, what are the judges seeing here?
That's right, after a very strong opening round from Beaumont, Marcin has took his chances here in the second and asked lots of questions.
And vicious ground and pound, and an excellent escape from Bill Beaumont. He was vulnerable there for a moment, but back to the feet.
Looked for the uppercut, just missed. Marcin standing and trading, and I feel if one of these two men lands cleanly upright, it could be a totally different kettle of fish here if it lands.
And Marcin breathing very, very heavily. I think Bill's a little tired too as well. He really put the pace on him in round 1.
Well, this is the thing, Chris. You see Marcin breathing so heavily and you think he's on his last legs, and then he suddenly comes back again and asks questions once more. As you said, the cardio, when he looks virtually finished, is phenomenal.
And dynamic movements from both fighters to and from the canvas. Bill Beaumont lunges for a knee. Again, the right cross on the end of that. Counter knee and then a level change again from the Polishman. Picking that ankle, but Bill turning, and I think he's gonna look for those hammer fists this time because those elbows he received a warning for several times.
Yes, and you feel with Marcin, as I said, at each moment that this probably was the last chance saloon for him with looking how he was. He comes back, but I do wonder now with just over a minute of this second round, just how much he really has got in the tank for round 3.
And Marcin now giving up his back, 1 minute to go, trying to slow down the action.
Oh, side elbow there.
And Bill just slicing and dicing with those elbows. Was looking to sneak that arm underneath the chin for a rear naked choke.
The back of the head is now cut as well of Marcin Prostko.
And
from
again,
that elbow.
Vicious shots. He's been particularly effective from this position in round 1 and round 2.
And we say how important timing is. The last 30 seconds to be seen in total control and dominant, it does affect the judges.
In particular when, you know, coming up to the halfway point, Marcin was very dominant. So Bill is certainly trying to end this round on a good note here. Ooh, that one hurt him. That one really hurt him, Malcolm. You can see Marcin turn away. 10 seconds to go.
And a familiar feeling to the end of this round as we did at the end of the first. And it's Beaumont in control.
Man, what a pace. What a pace. The work rate of these two is what's been so impressive.
Marcin, Chris, is looking at his corner and shaking his head. They're having to help him to his feet and get him back. What can they do there because it's been so brutal, this bout?
You gotta slow down the breathing. You gotta try to relieve that oxygen debt, but let's take a look at the damage here at multiple points that caused that. Marcin did a great job of getting that takedown halfway through the round.
He really came back into this round, didn't he?
Yeah, big time, but it was, again, Bill's ability whilst on the ground to get back up, survive, and then here we see the way that one ended, rocking him with those elbows.
That's right, caused the cut on the back of the head, and from that moment on, when the bell rang, Marcin had to be helped back by his corner. Can he find one last surge, Chris, to really turn this around again? His corner trying to motivate him.
Both fighters labored, both fighters taxed. I'm very curious to see who's going to be able to run away with this one in round number 3.
So third and final round. Is there another twist? The low kick from Beaumont, the right hand from Prostko, and he almost landed with the left uppercut.
Bill needs to continue to work that jab and defend the takedown.
Short little right uppercut from Beaumont just misses. Chopping
Nice
low kick, Chris.
leg
This
kick.
is still anybody's in the midsection kick from Marcin.
Again, Bill kicking low. I like how he kicks below the knee. That's an underutilized technique in MMA. You often see that in Muay Thai.
What he's got to watch for, though, Chris, is that chopping right-hand counter that Marcin throws instinctively when he feels the kick, as he did again there.
Very, very nice from Marcin, and going to the body. Whipping a right hook. Skims by Superman's nose.
Yes, he's still there. He's still dangerous. He's still... Oh! And Bill almost ducked into that knee. And Marcin, I asked what he had left. He's forging forward.
No one can question this guy's heart, grit, and determination. Pulling the trigger is the Polish fighter. And Bill returns fire with a right hand.
Marcin looks at him, drops his hands. Bill then changes the distance, transitions nicely. I think the right timing for the takedown, because Marcin was just beginning to get some momentum upright.
Yeah, I could tell in the corner they were telling Bill to feel it out on the feet for the first 90 seconds and then shoot. Right on time is the Team Titan fighter. And Bill, again, gonna look to pass now, half guard for Superman Bill Beaumont.
But Chris, this has been an absolute war. We talk about cardio and fading, but they'd have every right to. It's been non-stop and everything has been hurtful.
And putting on a show with neither fighter backing off. It's just been a real treat to witness here. And I like how Bill's using that position to try to control the posture of Marcin and pin him to the mat.
It's something we don't look at, Chris, but we talk tactically. Tactically, I think that was the perfect move at the perfect time.
But Marcin trying to wrench his way out the back door. Bill readjusts and opts to lasso and control those legs with his right knee. And it's then back to those short elbows, Malcolm.
Yes, and he's being warned again just to be careful about where those elbows are landing. It's a dangerous game.
And it wasn't the manner and fashion in which he threw it, it was the where he was connecting with it, Malcolm. So a different warning from Mark Goddard, ever watchful here.
Yes, he's always so close to the action, always 100% focused on the two men in front of him.
And Marcin looking to work that right knee in and try to regain a guard position here. But Bill, with a strong crossface on that left shoulder, is making life miserable.
That's a great term, Chris, because just at the time that we felt Marcin had found his second win, he's taking all this weight and all this pressure from Bill.
And he's looking to try to lock up Bill's neck, but that's going to be impossible to finish from there.
And Bill, as you said, almost disdained the way he removed the arm.
And Bill's being very smart here. You know, he's not stalling, he's being methodical, he's being meticulous, calculated.
And we've had it all in this. If you look at this one bout, Chris, we have had absolutely everything in this.
Striking, grappling, scramble, submission attempts, change of pace, change of direction.
Exactly, and change of tactics, everything that you could want from an MMA bout we've had here.
And Bill is controlling Marcin's right arm via wrist control right now. That makes it very difficult to defend the punches that he's throwing in. And this is very frustrating for Marcin. Now he's lost that wrist control, so he goes to a knee.
That's right, and all the time the clock's ticking and Marcin is being frustrated. He's being kept in position. And if I feel there was a doubt, especially with the judges looking at that second round, there could be no doubt here in the third now, Chris, for the amount of time that Bill has been dominant.
And Bill readjusting positions, staying very top heavy here. And I think he would be foolish to let this up.
I agree with you. I think he's only got 20 seconds on the clock. See the clock out, see it safely against a dangerous puncher, wear him down, grind out the victory after two very, very exciting rounds.
And, you know, creative rounds as well. Bill Beaumont has been in a position where he's been able to control and constantly mix things up. But Marcin gets back to his feet, just seconds to go here, and it's the end of the round.
Yes, a superb bout. We feel that Bill Beaumont has taken this, but he's really had to work for it.
And Superman raises the #1 indicative he believes he's done enough here, Malcolm. And we'll take a look at some of the action there. Marcin landed some excellent flurries, but Bill, again with the counter left hook and then the right cross. Get another angle on that exact combination here, covering.
What a chin of Marcin though, Chris.
Yeah, that was absolutely ballistic from Bill Beaumont. And there he thought about the choke finish, but then went to the elbows.
And that's where the cut on the back of the head came as well.
Excellent back and forth stuff. All credit to both athletes. One of them is gonna walk away with a loss on their record here tonight as they embrace showing excellent sportsmanship, both breathing so hard. They put it all on the line and delivered here in Birmingham at BAMMA 23.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for both fighters, come on! After 3 exciting rounds, we go to our judges' scorecards. All 3 judges scores about 30-27, and your winner by unanimous decision in the blue corner, Super Bill